So when an event is going to come to your building, it's very important to find out what will they be doing while they're in the building. So one of the first things you want to ask is if there's going to be a need for a dedicated drops or Ethernet handoffs. It's same terminology used in different ways. And also ask them if they will be needing Wi-Fi while they're in the building and what they'll be doing with that Wi-Fi. When clients come to a big convention center, they would sometimes like to have Wi-Fi in certain areas of the building. So it's very important to ask them if they need Wi-Fi throughout the entire convention center or certain portions of the building. For example, an event might say that we only want to give free Wi-Fi to our guests in the lobby area, or we want to buy the internet for all our attendees while in the lobby area. And so once you ask those clarifying questions, it becomes very easy to provide a quote to the client. When a client comes to a building, they also sometimes require a dedicated phone number. Take for example, if they are going to be running an auction and people are going to be coming, placing bids from a meeting room. In that instance, you need to quote them a dedicated phone line per day. So some events or shows typically bring their own equipment. Equipment could include things like servers, switches, routers, and maybe point of sale systems. So it's very important to know if the client is going to be bringing any equipment inside the building. And if they are, then we need to understand what they'll be doing with the equipment and things of that nature. So it may require a little bit more custom quote, and it's extremely important that we get that clarified up front, and so there are no surprises. When a show or event comes into the building, there is often a load-in period, and many times when they're loading in, they may require internet access during the load-in period. So it's good to ask the client if they will be needing any type of internet access, whether it's Wi-Fi or just a dedicated drop or anything of those sorts. It's also good to ask them if they need hands-on IT support while they are in the building. Sometimes large shows with lots of exhibitors need a lot of hand-holding because they bring different types of phones, different types of devices, and they're not able to access the Wi-Fi for various reasons. And so it's important that we staff accordingly and we can respond to those exhibitor needs while they're in the building. So sometimes some shows or events that come to a building may not bring their own Ethernet cables or switches to share the dedicated internet connection. And so in those instances, we can sell them or quote them a dedicated switch or as well as Ethernet cables so that they can use while they're in the building. So if a show or event is coming back to the building, it's nice to go back and check and see what type of services they consumed when they were here the last time around, as well as check the notes on what went wrong and what needed to be improved. This way we can better address their needs when they come again to the building. And so it's extremely important and recommended and hence it is recommended that you go back in your system to look for past event orders.
technology.